السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is the night of Eid, and alhamdulillah, we are all done with fasting Ramadan. We all ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us the fasting, the night prayers, and all the righteous deeds. So as we are facing Eid inshallah tomorrow, I would like to remind myself and everyone with the sunnah of the Eid and the sunnah that we are supposed to do inshallah in this occasion. So the first thing is a takbir. It was the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the right after Adhan al-Maghrib in the night of Eid, meaning the Maghrib that we just prayed, all the way until the Salat al-Eid starts, that this is a time for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to say the takbirat al-Eid, and the takbirat are Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Lillahi alhamd. So it is the sunnah that we keep saying them now after Isha, before we go to bed, when we wake up in the morning, before Fajr, after Fajr, and especially as we are waiting for Salat al-Eid, inshallah. And by the time of Salat al-Eid, when you start the Salah, then you can stop the takbir and you are done, inshallah. So once again, takbir is Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. Okay, so and the sunnah is really to make it out loud. If you can make it to the extent that your family can hear it and you remind them, inshallah, this is the sunnah, barakallah fikum. The second sunnah is tomorrow, inshallah, after shuruq, after the sunrise, the sunnah is for everyone to take a shower and wash your body and get your best of dress and your best of perfume and just be ready to your best day, inshallah. That was the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Of course, dressing your best needs to be also compliant with what the Sharia accepts for the men and for the women. The sunnah for Eid Al-Fitr, which is the Eid of that follows Ramadan, is that before you pray Salat al-Eid, meaning after Salat al-Fajr, between Salat al-Fajr of the day of Eid, all the way until the Eid prayer, you need to break your fast. It is a sunnah that Rasulullah ﷺ would eat some pieces of dates before even going to Salat al-Eid. I mean, I know that many people would say, well, I can do it after Salat al-Eid. Well, you can, but at least break your fast with anything, even with a piece of date or a cup of water, a glass of water, anything, because you would like to start your prayer with something that you have eaten or something that you have either you drank or you ate that thing and that you broke your fast. It is not permissible for any person to fast the day of Eid. So this is actually the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, when it comes to the prayer, inshallah, at PGMA we have a program that we have that will start, inshallah, at around 9:45. We'll send an email with all the details, but just to give you a quick overview of that, inshallah, it will be a virtual program at 9:45 on the same YouTube channel and Facebook channel. You will join, inshallah, at 9:45. You will hear takbirat, and inshallah, it will continue At around 10, we will be doing some announcements and updates about the masjid, an update about the food distribution and the zakat al-fitr that, alhamdulillah, you have trusted PGMA to distribute, and we did, alhamdulillah. Update on the PGMA reopening based on all the new changes that we are hearing from the county and from the state. Uh, a few other announcements, and then inshallah I will be talking about how to do your prayer at home, inshallah, which is something I can share a bit now, and then inshallah we'll go into more detail on that day. And then everyone will get the chance to pray Salat al-Eid individually at home, or in a jama'ah if you have like a family members in the at your home and you pray together. Of course, that would be great. And then at 10:30, uh, we will have a joint program. Like 5 masajid, alhamdulillah, are getting together in a joint program. So we will have, in addition to PGA, we will have ISB, Islamic Society of Baltimore. We have MCC. We have Dar es Salaam, and we will have as well ICM in Gaithersburg. So those 5 masajid will have a joint program, and inshallah an imam from each masjid will address the community with a short talk, inshallah. The whole program shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, inshallah, 35 minutes maximum. So expect from 10:30 all the way to 11, inshallah. So the whole program starts at 9:45 all the way to 11. So that's an hour and 15 minutes. You will be hearing the takbirat. You will be hearing updates on the reopening, updates on the zakat al-fitr, food distribution, some other announcements. You will be praying Salat al-Eid. You will know about it and how to do it and all the rulings about it. And then, inshallah, you will hear sweet and short and sweet khatras and reminders from the imams of those 5 masajid, inshallah. Now, very quickly, when it comes to doing Salat al-Eid, inshallah, by yourself, uh, I mean, you would have, I'm sure you would have heard some different opinions about how to do Salat al-Eid at home, and perhaps you have others saying don't do it at home and whatnot. And I need to state few things here. First is that the ulama have difference of opinion on whether or not Salat al-Eid is mandatory. So according to the madhab of Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah ta'ala, Imam Abu Hanifa says that it is mandatory, it is fard. So every person has to pray Salat al-Eid. There's no way you can escape it. And of course, I mean, if it is fard, it is fard. There's no way you can just excuse yourself. In the madhab of Imam al-Shafi'i and Imam Malik, rahimahumullah, it is a very highly recommended sunnah. In the madhab of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahullah, it is actually what they call it fard kifaya, which means that if we have enough people doing it in the city, then for others it becomes sunnah. But at least we need to have enough number of people doing it. So because of these difference of opinions, there is some also difference of opinion about what if you can't do it, what should you do at home? And that's why when you hear people, different people saying, well, don't do it at home or do it at home, and if you do it at home, how to do it, and then you hear different things, it's because the initial ruling of Salat al-Eid is a matter of that has a difference of opinion between ulama in the first place. So don't be shocked about that. Don't be surprised. We at PGMA, we're following the opinion that says that we need to do it, and we are actually telling people how to do it, and that is actually the vast majority of the ulama say that even those who say it is sunnah, they say if you cannot do it in congregation, then do it at home. But anyways, how to do it? There are at least three very common ways of doing Salat al-Eid. One that is known in the Hanafi madhab, where you pray, you start with the three takbiras after takbirat al-ihram. So you start the prayer, Allahu Akbar, and then three takbiras after that, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and then you say Surah Al-Fatiha, and then you can say Surah Sabih Isma Rabbika Al-A'la if you like, and then you go and finish your rak'ah just like normal. When you get up to the next rak'ah, the second rak'ah, you start with Al-Fatiha. So you say Allahu Akbar, getting up from sujood, Allahu Akbar, and then you start Fatiha. And then, for example, Hal Ataka Hadithul Ghashiyah. And then before doing ruku', you make three takbira again. That's the Hanafi madhab. So once you are done with Surah Al-Ghashiyah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and then you go for ruku', and then you finish with your second rak'ah. So that's the first common madhab, and it is valid. It is one of the authentic sunnah. Some Sahaba did it, so no doubt about its authenticity, and it is the common madhab in the common way of doing it in madhab Abu Hanifa. In the madhab of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, and it is also known in the madhab of Imam Malik, it is slightly different. So you start with Allahu Akbar, Takbirat al-Ihram, and then after the first takbirah, you say seven takbiras. So Allahu Akbar to start your salah, and then Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You keep it 7 times. And then you say Surah Al-Fatiha, Sabih Isma Rabbika Al-A'la. You continue with your first rak'ah. And then when you get up for the second rak'ah, before you start Surah Al-Fatiha, before you start that, so you are getting from sujood, Allahu Akbar, and now you're standing up. Now after that, you say 5 times takbirah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So 5 times, and then you say Surah Al-Fatiha, and then Surah Hal Ataka Hadithul Ghashiyah. Now the third one, and of course you finish with your second rak'ah, and you finish with your prayer. Now the third one is the common one in Madhab al-Shafi'i, rahimahullah ta'ala, and the way it happens is very similar to Maliki and Hanbali, except that in the first rak'ah, after you say Allahu Akbar and you start your prayer, instead of doing 7, you do 6. So you start your prayer, and then 6 takbirat, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, 6 times. You do your first rak'ah, and then you get up for the second rak'ah. When you get up from sujood, you say Allahu Akbar and you stand up, and now you do 5 again. So those are like the 3 common ways. Inshallah, whether you pray the first one, second, or third, inshallah, they are all authentic, and they are all fine, and they are all accepted, inshallah. Now, when you make takbirat, you raise your hand. Do you say anything between the takbirat? Some ulama have said you say subhanallah, alhamdulillah. Some others said you don't really say anything. And wallahu alam, it's not a big issue. But I mean, most of the time people just say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So you don't really have to say a dua there. In addition to that, inshallah, once salah is over, you will hear those reminders, inshallah. And then you should really leverage the day of Eid by connecting with your family, your close family and your extended family, and that's what we call Silat al-Rahim. You should also remember to enjoy your Eid, the day of Eid. This is the day of happiness. This is the day when you also bring happiness upon others, especially your family, especially your children, and make sure that, inshallah, their days will have their best memories now when they grow up. And the last thing, inshallah, is to make sure that the day of Eid will not really be a time for you to, get back to sins, la samahallah. It is going to be a day when you show an evidence to Allah that Ramadan has changed you. Indeed, it has changed you, and it made you a better person. and the day of Eid is just the example, it's just the beginning of a new life, a new lifestyle that is, inshallah, going to be something that will get you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until we meet Him. So, with that said, I want to say Eid Mubarak. Kul aam wa antum bikhair. Tonight we will pray Salat al-Isha. We will pray Sunnat al-Isha. We will pray Witr, but there's no Taraweeh, of course. Whoever likes to pray Qiyam al-Layl, it's up to them. Of course, that's always fine, but there's nothing like Taraweeh now because tomorrow is Eid, inshallah. Barakallah fikum. How much I'm thrilled to be with you throughout the whole Ramadan. I think with tonight, this is my last session. Inshallah, we plan to have new programs, inshallah, after Eid. We'll announce about this bi'idhnillah shortly. جزاكم الله خيرا. بارك الله فيكم. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Don't forget, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.